Hello everybody and welcome to Lush and Salty Aquariums. It's super late here in Chicago and the lights are about to go off, or at least the second set of lights. The strip light, the Kessels are already off, so now I'm just running a strip over it and that's time to go off any moment now. But because it was bringing out the reds and purples of both the fish and these plants, I just thought it would be irresistible to make a brief video highlighting these wonderful highlights. I mean, look at the shimmer on that dwarf neon rainbow fish right there, and then the back half of this Bosemani male, and then there's a bigger male, and then the jet black molly. Oh my gosh, the Millennium rainbow fish. And then this red tiger lotus looks so good in this tank. I just put that plant in and I'm thinking it's doing all right. It's hard to tell in the early going, but so far so good. And the underrated but always mentioned superstar, one of my pair of opaline gouramis. Look at that glorious creature. Now I know why people love that animal so much, even though I was underrating it as being just a gray silver fish. And you can see, especially in the nighttime lights, it basically is what your eye is drawn to. You know, in a sea of color, there's something about that shimmering blue, purple, red. It's got all those colors in its spectrum. You see blue, purple, silver, a little black, and then the eyes, and of course the glorious, what do they call those on a gourami? They're not the dorsal fins, but those antenna. I know that's incorrect. And I'm sorry, I don't have the term in front of me as I'm filming. Maybe someone could put that down in the comments. What do they call those dorsal feelers on gouramis, on all gouramis really? Let's see if I can find a couple of the explosive orange field-tail swordtails. Yep. Here you go, look at that one. Now that one has a half black. I have some that are solid in here. Solid orange or red. There they are. Look at how flowy, angelic, especially in this sort of more moody light. Well, they're always that way, but there's something even more romantic about their movement and their behavior. And then a fish colored for the night, a black eel angelfish. You can see all the kind of leopard. Look at that, as the back tail fin, the caudal fin went in front of the lotus leaf, you could see through the fin, and it highlighted the transparency and the shimmer in that glorious fish. I don't know, angelfish, so iconic, so beautiful. Those, if it's picking up on this film, those sparkly lights are not the aurora borealis. There's some sort of shimmer from the aquarium lights refracting strangely through and making a hockey stick turn into the glass. These gold lights, the ones that I just made disappear. And there's the Goliath of the tank, the Siamese algae eater. They do get to be that big, so when you buy them at 2 inches and put them in a 15-gallon tank to help yourself with blackbeard algae, be mindful that they're going to get this big even in a small tank. They're very dominant. They'll eat plenty of algae for sure, but then more and more they'll just eat anything and everything you put in the tank, and they will compete against all these fish. And they can hold their own with the swiftest rainbows, the most aggressive cichlids. They're piggies. I caught one out and put it in the sump where he or she is living his or her best life, but I couldn't catch this one. How I caught that other one's basically a miracle. It's almost impossible to net a fish in here. At this point, I used a trap, and that took forever and a day. There's a little Farawalla catfish right there, or a similar species. Hey buddy, it's going up along the Valencia, the Cryptocorn Valencia. I have at least a couple of those in here, as well as what I know for sure is a Farawalla catfish. Bolivian ram down here, I guess already getting ready for bedtime. This is a diurnal species for sure, and so it's already taking its sleeping position. Probably the other ones are in here. There's 4 of them in this tank. And there's a whole cluster of Coriodoras, Bolivian ram on top of them. You see Coriodorea adolphi and Sterbai Coriodoras in here. See a rabbit snail back there. Whoop. How could we forget that shimmer, shimmer, shimmer of the cardinal tetra? If I was going to have only small fish in here, or one species, that would be a great candidate. 100 of them, maybe more, in a 135-gallon tank. So beautiful. Hello, dwarf neon. God, they're so underrated as a rainbow fish. There's my pair of angels back there. One's a veal tail, one's a standard fin. And they like the algae scrubber, the flipper, and they have spawned on it before. The female's the one closer to the algae scrubber. I've seen her cleaning it recently, so I gotta watch for some eggs there, which would be a wonderful sign because both those fish had a parasite. And so laying eggs would be proof positive that that parasite has been dealt with. I'm stunned that the light hasn't gone off automatically. I'm sort of aware of what time it is while I'm filming, and it's generally the time the light goes off, so it could happen right in the middle of a sentence here, but maybe not. I'm about ready to wrap. I hope you enjoyed this nighttime visit to my 135-gallon display aquarium. I appreciate your support. And as we move into 2024, I want to wish you, your family, and of course your fish, the happiest of New Year's. And as always, keep your hands in the tank, and ciao for now.